Here to talk to you. So you're at the gas station for a really long time. Detained.
What are you approaching us for?
Because you guys were at the gas station for an abnormal amount of time, then you guys saw me.
House and both of you sit on the curb right now.
I'm sorry?
Sit on the
We don't have a right to say anything.
I can we're detaining you. Sit on the curb.
You can't detain us. This is our lawyer. We talk to him. Not
Sir?
sir.
All right, sit on the curb or you're under arrest for resisting.
Hey guys, before we get started with this next video, I wanted to take the time to introduce you to Simply Safe. There is no safe like Simply Safe. I typically don't accept sponsorship offers unless it's a company or a product that I use myself and that I'm confident in. I responded to a lot of calls during my time as a police officer, and a good number of those calls were burglary calls. Now, I wish when I arrived on scene that we had more evidence to go off of, some type of home security system, and in some cases, we had nothing. I still remember one call where one family, they were wiped clean, and it made me think about myself. That I myself, although I'm out patrolling the streets and protecting families, I had no home protection for myself. And for that reason, I decided to make a change. And from that point forward, I was a Simply Safe customer. And I must admit, Simply Safe is very advanced with sensors that would detect fires, floods, and cameras that would detect anyone trying to break into your home to steal the things that you work so hard for. Simply Safe is a 24/7 monitoring system with agents that are ready to keep you safe. Agents that will spring into action to assess the situation to assure that you get the first responders that you need. This home security system has garnered prestigious awards, including being recognized among the best home security systems of 2024 by U.S. News and World Report for 5 consecutive years. Moreover, it's clinched the top spot for customer service in home security by Newsweek in 2024, assuring you'll receive exceptional treatment. With Simply Safe's 24/7 live guard protection, agents spring into action within 5 seconds of an alarm trigger, implementing necessary measures to safeguard your family. Utilizing the smart alarm indoor camera, the agents can visually and audibly engage with the intruders in real time, deterring their actions. Furthermore, having eyes on the scene enables them to verify the emergency and relay crucial information to 911, facilitating a prioritized response. With this system, I have the cameras, I have the sensors, I have the 24/7 live guard protection, ensuring that myself and the ones that I love are well protected as we sleep at night. There's 2 ways to install your Simply Safe system. You can use the professional installation, or you can do what I did, install it yourself. It's just that easy. And another great feature about Simply Safe is that there are no long-term contracts like a lot of home security systems. So think about it. You can have professional monitoring for your home. You're not locked into a contract, and plans start as low as $1 per day. I'll be honest, with the 24/7 live guard protection, I do sleep very well at night, knowing that myself and my family have a very high level of protection. So thanks to Simply Safe for sponsoring this video, and if you guys want to sign up for Fast Protect monitoring and get 20% off and your first month free, go to simplysafe.com/university. That's simplysafe.com/university to make sure you and your family have the highest protection there is. And remember, there is no safe like Simply Safe. So most of us know about Terry v. Ohio all too well. And it's my opinion, along with a lot of other people's opinions, that I think the Supreme Court got that one wrong. But they did base it on something. And that something is what today a lot of law enforcement officers are pulling out of context and then just adding in their own context. Let's watch this video really quickly of a sheriff's office, Teton County Sheriff's Office located in the state of Idaho, conducting it wasn't even a traffic stop. It was after the couple had come to a stop going into the post office. Then they were stalked by an officer, or Deputy Ashley, while in the post office. And we'll see what happens after that. We'll talk here in a second. Let's check this out.
Here to talk to you. So you're at the gas station for a really long time. And then pulled over, switched drivers. So why are you avoiding us?
Not at all. Actually, you just went down the wrong road because I was going to go to the thrift store.
The thrift store over by Citizen 33?
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Well, I'm not from here, so
Excuse me.
It wasn't a big deal. Like, it wasn't.
You are though. You've been around here before.
It was. I just turned too soon.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the thrift store is like half a block away from where you turned down, and then you guys switch drivers. Why'd you switch drivers? Does he have warrants?
No.
Who is he?
My boyfriend.
Okay.
Ben.
Ben what?
Crazy.
Crazy? Okay. Is there anything in the car that you guys are hiding?
No.
Do you mind if I check?
You can do whatever you need to do.
Okay. The post office. And Teton 22. Can you get a K9 around? Hey guys, so while you're here, I'm gonna have you put your phones right here. You step out of the vehicle, please.
I'm not giving you permission to touch my phone, actually.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna put your phone down here though, and he needs to get out.
I'm calling my lawyer.
I'm not gonna put my phone down.
I'm not doing
Call my
anything.
lawyers.
Actually,
You guys can put the phone down
No.
for right now.
I'm calling my lawyer
Call
right
my
now.
lawyer. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's
'Cause I
fine.
have that right. Thank
You don't.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
3322, can you come to my location?
What do we do?
I don't know you guys.
What are you asking?
I don't know you guys are calling your lawyer. I'm asking you guys nicely to put the phone down.
Why are you approaching
If not,
this,
then I'm
first
gonna
of
have to detain you.
all? What are
Well, you guys are detained.
What are you approaching this for?
Because
What is
you
the
guys were
problem?
at the gas station for an abnormal amount of time, then you guys saw me, and then you
You were
pulled off
hanging out
over
at the gas
Let me see
into
this.
the Citizen 33
That is not
parking lot,
necessary.
and then you guys
Stop,
switched
stop.
drivers. Okay, I've asked you guys nicely to put the
Ma'am,
phones down.
One moment.
That's
We have
called
a right.
That's
We have a right.
speak to my lawyer.
right.
Speak to our lawyers,
You guys
right?
do. Not
you
at
cannot
right this
just-
moment.
So many people are under the impression that when I'm stopped on a traffic stop, that I can call my attorney right away. Well, yes and no. Well, here's the right that you do have. When you're arrested or in custody, you have that right to an attorney. Now, on a traffic stop, if the officer is at your window stating, hey, I need your license, your registration, he does not have to wait until you make a phone call to your attorney. If you have been legally stopped on a traffic stop, the police officer does not have to wait until you speak to your attorney first. Now, if you've gotten stopped and you phone your attorney or FaceTime your attorney while the officer's walking up to your vehicle, or if he's going back to his vehicle from your vehicle, and then at that point you want to phone your attorney, it's perfectly fine. But just remember, he does not have to wait for you to phone your attorney before you give him license and registration. With that being said, remember, what we're watching is not even a traffic stop. So it's all out of whack from the beginning. So this is not a traffic stop. So do they have the right to contact their attorney? By all means. Now, with that being said, understand the mindset of police officers. This is what we were taught in the academy. If you have your phone and you're making a phone call, we were supposed to get that phone away from you, tell you to hang up your phone, take it if we have to. Why? Because we were brainwashed that you could be calling someone to come and hurt me. I don't know who you're calling. Now, mind you, there is no law saying that you can't make that phone call. There is no law that says you can't, on a consensual conversation or stop, there's no law saying you can't call someone or your attorney, whoever. The point is this, though. We were told that if you make a phone call, you could be calling backup to come and hurt us. And this is why you keep hearing her say the same thing. And you'll hear her say it a couple more times. I don't know who you're talking to. The reason she's saying that is because she's trying to place this on officer safety. It's really officer BS, and we all know that, but that's what she's doing. Let's keep watching.
An abnormal time, we were
You
at
guys,
the
I
gas
don't know
station.
who you guys are talking to.
Calling my lawyer.
Say that again. We were at the gas station for an abnormal time. I have the right to film this right now.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, thank you very much.
That
So,
being said, you guys are being detained.
because
So
we were at the
why
gas
do you
station
think-
for an abnormal amount of time.
Because you guys were at the gas station for an abnormal amount of time. You guys saw me,
that, right?
We were-
and then you guys pulled over.
We were scratching
off onto
scratchers.
the side of this. Okay, so you guys asked me a question. Do you want me to answer this question, or you want to argue?
Yeah, but that's no. You have no right to pull us over for that. I'm sorry, or to even come approach us for and
I have the
detain
right
us.
to approach any
Well, you're telling me I'm detained. Why?
You are being
Why am I being
for
detained?
reasonable
Have I broken the
suspicion.
law?
Yep, we are calling for a canine unit.
I have broken the law. That's what you're saying?
I believe that you guys are breaking
You
the law.
believe that I've broken the law?
Yep.
Okay, so that's why you're calling a canine unit and I'm being detained right now.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, I have reasonable suspicion that there is criminal activity.
Reasonable suspicion. What is that reasonable suspicion exactly, ma'am?
I already told you guys.
That we were at the gas station for an
We're
abnormal
at the
amount of
gas
time.
station
And we
for a
pulled
normal
over.
amount of time.
Okay.
You guys saw me. You guys pulled over.
Actually, you pulled out before we pulled over.
No.
Yeah, you did, actually, because I saw you in the back mirror in the rear view mirror.
Okay, we can argue about that in court. That being
I
said.
know the facts.
Okay. Ma'am, I cannot have you on the phone right now.
I'm calling my
You don't
lawyer.
have the
If
right
you
to
want
tell us.
to, if you want to
I'm
talk
not
to your
saying a
lawyer.
word
Yeah, we have the
until
right
I
to
talk
speak
my
to our lawyer
lawyer.
right now.
And my
Sorry.
lawyer
We do.
represents me, so.
Yeah, so
Okay,
we have the right to speak.
That being said, though, I don't know who you are calling.
I'm calling Sean Bartlett.
I'm calling
Okay.
Barton Burke's office is actually right over there.
3322. Can you expedite, please?
Okay, so get this. If you have broken any law and you're driving away, I do not have to witness you as a police officer. I do not have to witness you commit a traffic infraction for me to conduct a traffic stop because I have reasonable articulable suspicion or probable cause that you have committed a crime. I can stop that vehicle. Now, if you listen to what's being said in this video, these deputies are harassing this couple because they stated they were at the gas station for far too long. Well, here's where the Terry v. Ohio thing becomes a problem. So they're at the gas station for far too long, and you did nothing about it at that point. Why? Because there was no reasonable articulable suspicion that you had that they were committing a crime. They were just there for too long for your liking, I guess. Now they're in the vehicle driving away, and you still do not conduct a traffic stop. Why? There's no crime that was committed, nor was there a traffic infraction that was committed. So now you wait until they come to a complete stop at the post office to approach them to say that you have suspicion that they were committing a crime. And if you hear her carefully, she actually said they did commit a crime, but she can't tell you what crime they committed. Now, police officers oftentimes mix up suspicion with reasonable articulable suspicion. Terry v. Ohio. Now, of course, most of us think the courts got that one wrong, okay? But with that being said, when you read about what was happening during that situation with Terry v. Ohio, you have 3 individuals involved. 2 initially who were walking up and down the street, stopping, looking inside of a store. After they look inside this particular store, they pace and meet up. Then they have a little football huddle. And then after the football huddle, they would walk again, look inside the store. A third guy came up. They would walk up and down the street. They would look inside the store. They were casing the joint. All right, as they would say, they were casing the joint. This was obvious. This is what we could say is, yes, reasonable, articulable suspicion. Although before this case, you know, police officers didn't go off of reasonable, articulable suspicion. You couldn't be stopped at that point. At this point, these guys have looked inside of a window several times, came together and did some sort of football huddle, planning their next move. And this police officer sees this and he stops them. And then he goes over and says, hey, I want to pat you down. He pats him down. He finds a weapon. Okay. Again, I want to make this clear. I'm not for the entire ruling of Terry v. Ohio, but looking at that situation and what was happening during that time, it's way more reasonable articulable suspicion in that case than we have here. Because again, here, there was no traffic stop, no traffic infraction. There was no crime ever committed. There was not even enough suspicion to think they were committing a crime at the gas station, which is why no action was ever taken by any of these deputies. This is just pure harassment, and they're using Terry v. Ohio to get away with the harassment that they're conducting against this couple. Let's keep watching this video.
Okay, well, so we will cooperate. I mean, we're not trying to
that. I'm going to pat you down for weapons. Make sure I'm not going to, because I have the right to do that.
No, you don't actually, sir.
Yes.
You don't have the right to touch me.
Can you get over here, please?
You don't have the right to touch me.
If you're going to be detained, then I have.
Why am I being detained, sir? What law have
She
I
already
broken?
told you.
I pulled out of the gas station and then I pulled over.
Okay.
That
Well,
is not a law.
I'm going to pat you down for weapons, okay?
I have no weapon. Well, I have a knife.
Okay. Can you
That's
keep
the
your
only
hands
thing I
up for
have.
me? Okay. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set that on your car, okay?
I will hand it to you.
I don't want you to hand it to me.
Well, then you're not going to touch me, sir.
I have a knife in my pocket because I was
Okay.
scratching.
So
Think about it. Please, I know the law.
I want a canine. Doesn't
Okay, I'm
matter
gonna
where
pull that
from.
out.
Get one
I'm
here.
going to pull that out
Fine.
and just put it on the car.
That's the last time you're going to touch me.
Do you have any other weapons on?
No, I do not.
Okay, would you mind pulling up the back of your shirt for me? Just show the back of your waistband. So, yeah.
Okay.
So
Not trying to be a bitch or anything like that. Honest to God. Honest to God. It's just because I don't want you calling anybody here to like come shoot me or anything like that.
I'm
if that
calling
makes
my
sense.
lawyer. Hey, Sean, I'm here with the police, and she is trying to detain me as for whatever suspicion she might have because I was at the gas station for too long. And so, can you please talk to the cops?
Because you're already watching.
I'm here right now.
That makes sense.
I mean, here she's on the phone right now. Like, please.
I'm not understanding.
She's trying to arrest me, and I was seriously going to check
Nope,
my
not
mail.
under arrest right now. Not
So
under
they're bringing,
arrest.
there's
She's
Sean,
being
they're
detained.
saying we're being detained, and they're going to bring the drug dog to our vehicle.
Sergeant Allison, both of you sit on the curb right now.
I'm sorry?
Sit on the
We don't have a right to say.
I can, we're detaining you. Sit on the
We're
curb.
not, you can't detain us. This is our lawyer. We talked to him. Not
Sir?
a
All right, sit on the curb or you're under arrest for resisting.
I have done nothing.
Sit on the curb.
What have I done?
So they're still trying to get their attorney on the phone. But notice how the sergeant approaches the man in the video and he starts telling him, hey, sit on the ground. Now, I've said this several times on this channel. One of my pet peeves when I watch these videos, a pet peeve that I have, and it's something I never did in my entire career. I just never believed in this. I found it to be extremely disrespectful, was to tell a grown man or grown woman, or anyone for that matter, to sit down on the ground as if they're some type of animal. I've never done that. But this is what we're seeing happening here. Why? Why the sudden hostility? Because they're on the phone calling their attorney. You hear him clearly, or if you listen closely, you probably heard him say, we're going to comply with you guys. I'm just going to call my attorney. They're not preventing them from doing anything. So why the hostility? Again, they're doing this based off of Tyranny, Ohio, because they're merging their suspicion with reasonable articulable suspicion. Let's keep going.
Sir, sit on the curb.
Can you tell me what law I broke?
Sir, sit on the curb.
Will this be over?
I'm not gonna.
Sit on the curb.
What have we done wrong?
We are calling for a canine. Sit
I
on
don't
the
care
curb.
about the canine. It doesn't bother me.
Sir, I'm ordering you to sit on the curb.
Ordering me.
Yes.
Can you please talk to the
Also, we're not in the military. I was in the military, but thank you very much. Okay,
You're under
okay.
arrest for obstructing.
Oh my fucking God.
Don't let her walk away.
This is fucking unbelievable. This is fucking unbelievable. You guys are fucking pathetic. You know that? You know that? You guys have violated people. I don't care. Go ahead. Go ahead. Stuff needs to change. You do whatever you want. Call Bart now, please. Call Bart, please. They're arresting me for what? Nothing. Nothing. I've done nothing wrong.
Now, we're about to see the K9 officer show up, run the dog around the car, and find absolutely nothing. So no drugs, no contraband, absolutely nothing. There was no crime committed at the gas station. There was no traffic infraction. Simply, you were at the gas station for far too long, and you guys were driving, and then you decided to switch drivers, and then you guys went to the post office, which is always strange, right? And now when you attempt to call your attorney, I need you to hang the phone up. And since you did not hang up the phone initially, I need you to sit on the ground like an animal. And since you refuse to sit on the ground like an animal, I'm going to arrest you for obstruction. That's what we're looking at.
Okay, well, I'm just letting you know that I'm going to run a dog around the car. Okay, any problems with my dog touching your car or anything else?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. What's your name? Chandra? All right, thanks, Chandra. Okay. What's your name? Chandra? All right, thanks,
I already pointed it out to him earlier. Well, there's a truck. Oh, nothing.
So again, in Terry v. Ohio, you have two individuals who are walking up and down the street. They're looking into not just random, different store windows and, window shopping. There's one particular window of a store that they continue to look into. And when they look into that window, they come back together, they meet and appear to be discussing whatever. They do this several times. And then a third individual joins them, and that guy leaves, and they meet up with that guy. After this has happened several times in an area where robberies are known to happen, the officer sees this. He goes over, he stops them. He does a pat down of the outer layer of their clothing. Okay. And again, even if we don't agree with Terry v. Ohio, like myself, in that situation, the suspicion or the reasonable articulable suspicion was not the same as this situation. There was nothing here. No crime at the store, no traffic infraction. You just switched drivers and then you went to the post office. And now, dare you call it an attorney? That is what we're looking at. Again, I always say you must know your rights. But in America today, dealing with today's police, knowing your rights is not enough because at some point your rights can still be violated. You must know your rights and always record the police and also be willing to fight back. Too many times or too often, these things they're not followed up. No complaints are filed, no lawsuits are filed. It's just nothing. Fight back, know your rights, and always record the police. With that being said, We the People University, signing off.